Ladies, please, there's plenty of me to go around. You, for example, my honey, I would like to... Would you? Three beautiful young women, excuse me for a moment.
Okay, okay, on to the actual news of this video. Thank you for clicking. Here we go. So I recently just rewatched Claymore because I heard it was expiring from Hulu in about 3 days. June 1st? Oof. Yeah, so if you're watching this months from now, you can find it on Funimation. Side note, Funimation is actually merging with Crunchyroll eventually, but we'll come back to that later in this video. You're here for the games. So, today's news. Well, not really news, but just news that I found. I'm behind the times, I know. With my renewed obsession with Claymore, I stumbled upon an article here by Early Game, and it lit a spark in my loins and awakened my inner Yoma. Here we have Dark Souls creator working on Claymore anime game, ? A possibility I never considered nor knew I needed in my life. Claymore came out in 2007, so to see it get more love in this regard would be amazing. As long as it doesn't get quick sorted by modern gaming, which I'm really thinking maybe From Software wouldn't do. Since it did only get one season all those years ago, it kind of would be strange, as the article does go on to talk about why they would take this title on now. It's not super popular, although it is deeply loved by those who watch it. If you're a fan of like horror, gore, you know why you're here. You clicked on this video. This article was posted 3/11/2021, so the origin of this leak came from 4chan. The article says a user on 4chan claims to know that From Software is working on a Claymore game that is due to be released sometime in 2024 or 2025. You can read the full leak here, and sadly, when we click this, ooh, we get a 404, so not great starting out. Also, below is the leaker's prime source of evidence, which is a supposed picture of the game. It looks great, but it kind of looks like something that maybe someone could just make on their own. Looks like the bottom corner says From Software, something, all rights reserved. It's really ghosty, so it looks like they made this image, put it up on the computer, and then took a picture of the screen. Otherwise, I don't understand why it's so ghosty. You can see a lot of blooming and backlight bleed from whatever monitor it looks like this is on. So maybe they did that as a way to make it look like it's being tested, or maybe like this is actually a menu. Don't really know what this is on the side over here. It could be armor, or it's hard to tell. It's clearly a Claymore sword. The Y in Claymore, it's not the Claymore Y. This font too, it looks close, but not exact. I'm a little skeptical reading through this. Apparently some users said it was from an ArtStation account. The author says that they looked at the ArtStation account and didn't find any such picture posted by this user. There's also a bullet list of information the leaker apparently had with the picture. But real quick, the sponsor of this video. Just kidding. I'm too small. My channel. The Claymore game will be similar in style to Sekiro. The game will feature a female protagonist. The game will have linear storytelling. The publisher will be Bandai. The story will be original and redone, but it will still pay respects to the source material. The story is not canon and is not connected to the anime or manga. And the game is planned for 2024-25 and will only fully go into production once Elden Ring is finished. And they conclude with the point that I kind of alluded to earlier, saying, why would such a major publisher take on a license that is arguably outdated and niche? If we're talking manga or anime, there are other games that are much more mainstream and would appeal to a wider audience. Sure, Claymore lends itself to the Souls-like treatment, but so would Berserker, or even something super mainstream as Demon Slayer. So whether or not this is real, I hope it is. If this is just some wishful thinking poster trying to get some ball rolling or some hype rolling and hoping they would notice, it has been 15 years since Claymore came out. I feel like I see some problems with it. Like, the Claymores don't exactly change armor a whole lot. They don't change weapons, really. Some of their abilities are different. So I see windows and openings for some really cool adapting things that you could do with the game, and you know, this big scale, big story, and who you decide to be, or if you're gonna have like a Yoma meter instead of like a mana, or there could be really cool dynamics to a Claymore game. I 100% believe, and I would absolutely play it. Okay, pause. Hey, future Johnny here. I'm editing this video, and upon doing more research, I actually found a Claymore game. It exists, and it's right here. And it's actually pretty awesome. So it's a side-scrolling dungeon crawler for the Nintendo DS, and it's got great art. Honestly, in my opinion, it looks like everything is straight out of the anime, and it's all from Claire's perspective. Upon watching this, it looks like it follows the story to a T. You have the disguised Claymore encounter in the woods, leading Rocky to the next town where you help the priest, and you actually lay low in the town, so you only go out at night, and there's some really cool rooftop scenes. Everything's just like the show. There's even the statue that conceals her sword, thrown in a dialogue scene. By the way, everything's in Japanese, so I'm just guessing. There's an overall map of the whole world that exists in Claymore, and you go from area to area. You work with Ruble and clear these areas, so you're working for him and following the story. And when you get to each area, it's actually really cool how you traverse through a city. When you get to Rocky's city to save him, you actually have to look for the Yoma. So you like run through the city, you take the different ports, and then of course there's like different doors or different like thresholds, like you can go that way. There's like, it looks like there's like a Yoma meter, which is so cool. That's what I thought about for having like a real 3D RPG open world game. So they actually have an additional details section. Targets are wolves, which actually aren't in the anime, Yoma, and awakened beings. The soundtrack is unique to the game, and players can adjust their Yoma power level of their warriors, and the game actually ends when you go over that limit. That's crazy. So it seems like there's an interesting mix between your power level and awakening and ending the game, but wanting to be strong enough to fight your enemies and not lose all your health, although it doesn't say that losing your health will end the game. I don't know, something interesting, something I don't know about the game. And there's also a world map in the Japanese handbook. This is actually taken from Cynthia's map in Scene 83. She draws a 5-region map as well as the 4-quadrant configuration that the organization uses. And there's some extra areas added in parentheses. There's a lot to this game that's a mystery to me, but just the fact that it exists is cool. Yes! One thing that is kind of like scuffed about this game that makes it feel like it was just kind of thrown together is the music. Just listen to this for a second. Like, there's some parts that are just like, the drums are off. Like, what happened here? Why isn't this automated? I don't know. It's just funny. And if you're actually looking to pick this up, you can find it on eBay right now for $37.07 or on Amazon for $70. Holy crap, Amazon. There's even like 3D cutscenes, which I think might only be in the beginning. They also have a handful of other Claymores in here. So you have Claire, which you start out with, you have Myrdia, you have Deneva, Helen, Teresa, Ophelia, Irene, also Elena, and Priscilla and Flora. And then Rigardo. Since Rigaldo is in here, I said Rigardo. Since Rigaldo is in here and how it follows the story from the beginning, I'm assuming it follows the entire show of season 1. Oh, okay, yeah, look at this. Yes, this is Ophelia. She turns into this giant sea monster. Hold on, let's, you know, so you got all these attacks, you have this like, oh my god. There's parts about this game that I just think are dope. I would honestly love to try and pick this up. I might buy a DS just to play this. If you want that to happen, let me know and I'll try and get a hold of this. I don't even have a DS. I know. Such a sinful person. Seems to be only released in Japan. Okay, so it was released May 28, 2009 by Digital Works Entertainment Company. So there you go. I just wanted to pop in and say there is a Claymore game. It does exist. Back to the video. And I would absolutely play it. So if you're listening and if this is real, please let me know. Or someone in the comments, please let me know so I can stop wishing this was real. Because I just want more Claymore. I think we all just want more Claymore. If you did miss the show, here's what I mentioned earlier about Funimation being absorbed by Crunchyroll. And this is from Crunchyroll themselves, March 1st, 2022, 9 a.m. Well, Funimation will be completely absorbed. This means all your anime all on one platform. Starting today, tons of shows and movies from Funimation and Wakanim will begin arriving on Crunchyroll. So you'll get more dubs, more subs, more everything. Woo! I haven't used Funimation, so I can't really speak about it, although some people I have heard don't like it as much. You're gonna have a chance to watch it on Funimation, or just keep your Crunchyroll account and just let it come to you. The Claymores will find you. All my links used today you can find in the description, even the photo. But let me know in the comments if you think this is real, if you know it's real, and regardless of whether it's real or not, what do you think a Claymore game would be like? Do you think FromSoft and Bandai would be the best at tackling this title? Also, who is your favorite Claymore? I know, I'm gonna be a little basic right now, but mine's Claire. Well, no, we'll talk it out in the comments. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed the video, and feel free to drop a like or dislike if you think all Claymore should die. Yeesh, this guy. I'm Voidboi, and I will see you next time. I have a date I gotta get back to. That's right.
Every year, me and my pappy go in the mountains and we hunt some deer. Can't be that much different than hunting some yoma, am I right? Oh, did I spill some on? Oh, did I spill some on you, sweetheart? Oh, Jesus, this is so embarrassing. Would you like a sip? There you go. All right, good job. Slurp it up. They say a whiskey a day keeps depression away.